a circle, and that's how we could identify where our triangle was and find the radius. So that circle is kind of important. We actually have what's called a unit circle, and it's a circle with the center at the origin of the plane, and the radius is going to be exactly 1. So here's the picture of that again. A radian is is the measure of an angle that intercepts the unit circle in an arc 1 unit in length and has its vertex at the center of the circle. So again, the arc is exactly one unit, and that's why the word unit circle comes from. It's 1 unit. There are 2 pi radians in a circle, and a circle is 360 degrees. So knowing that 2 pi is the same as 360, that's how we can convert between radians and degrees. 80, so you can use either of these conversions, 180 over pi or pi over 180. And the idea of which one you should use, you're going to use whatever unit you're trying to get in the end should be on top with the other unit on bottom, so that way it will cancel the unit that you currently have. So for example, if we wanted to convert pi over 2 radians to degrees, well, we want degrees on top. So we would multiply pi over 2 times 180 over pi. So the pi's cancel, leaving you 180 over 2, which is 90. Again, we want degrees, so degrees would be on top and pi would be on bottom. So we would have pi over 6 times 180 over pi. The pi's cancel, leaving 180 over 6, which is 30. All right, if we convert negative pi over 5, just make sure that your negative stays in your final answer. We'll multiply by 180 over pi. The pi's cancel. 180 divided by 5 is 36. And then don't forget to add the negative, so it's negative 36. All right, let's say we want to convert 45 degrees to radians. So this one's a little different. We would actually have to do the 180 degrees on bottom and the pi on top. So we would have 45 over 180 times pi. So I recommend just taking the 4 over 180 and converting that first, and then just making sure to remember that pi should be in the numerator. So 45 over 180 becomes 1 over 4. So you have 1 over 4 times pi, which is pi over 4. All right, so now that we can convert, we can find exact values for radians. So let's say we want to find tangent of 5 pi over 6. So first, we have to convert 5 pi over 6 to a degree. So since we need degrees, we'll do 5 pi over 6 times 180 over pi. The pi's cancel, and then 5/6 of 180 is 150. And 150 is in the second quadrant. So we know we have a reference angle of 30, because 180 minus 150 is 30. And now that we know the reference angle, we can find tangent. So tangent of 30 is going to be the square root of 3 over 3. And then because we are in the second quadrant, we know that our final answer is going to be negative. So it'll be negative square root of 3 over 3. Things that you need to remember whenever you're doing trigonometry. Remember your 6 basic trig ratios, your SOHCAHTOA, and then the reciprocals. Remember your special triangles, your 45-45, your 30-60. And then you need to remember the sine, cosine, and tangent for 0, 30, 45, 60, 90, 180, 270, and 360. Flashcards are really helpful things to remembering all these. And then once you know the degrees, you can write their radian equivalent and then start to memorize those as well. And then also you need to remember what ratios are positive or negative in each quadrant.